Time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by Kaufman and Lynn. Jeff Kaufman, by the way, will be here a little bit later this morning taking your legal questions. Bulldog, good morning. Soggy weekend kind of screwed things up. Best laid plans, right?
Yeah, the Daytona 500 postponed until today, 4 p.m. The Xfinity race in Daytona also postponed until today. It'll start today at 11 a.m., and that's going to be followed by the Daytona 500. Yeah, there was no chance of even trying to get the race in yesterday. It just rained all day long, a soaking rain. Only the first time since 2012 that the Daytona 500, they got no racing in yesterday, and they postponed it until the next day. Now, back in 2020, I think they got 20 laps in and eventually pushed it back until Monday. But, yeah, I commend NASCAR. They called it early yesterday morning. They didn't want the fans all showing up and sitting around in the rain with the faint hope that they might be able to get the race in. They just said, listen, we're going to call it and come back on Monday, which is good. In the past, maybe they would have, tried to somehow, some way get some racing in yesterday and inconvenience the fans. So I love the move that NASCAR made yesterday.
We are looking at the radar here. It's that Xfinity race start time. I think that's going to be kind of a hope and a prayer. They may have to push that back a little more with the way the timeline's going on, the last of this rain getting out here. It's going to get out of here, and the 500 is going to be fine, but I don't know if that Xfinity race is going to be ready by 11 o'clock or not.
And Bulldog, I was telling Pat earlier, you know what? There's a bright side to it. The bright side is at least it's President's Day, so some people, or
right,
a good amount that were out there have the day, or can at least blow the day off with work, I would hope.
Yeah, a lot of people come from out of state, so it's certainly not good for them.
How would you like to be in a tent out there this weekend?
Oh, man. Cold rain, not pleasant.
Wow.
Not pleasant at all. So, yeah. So hopefully they get it. Well, they will get it in today. But, certainly not good for NASCAR, TV ratings, all of that. Monday afternoon ratings aren't going to be what they were yesterday. But, hey, at least they're going to get it in today. I know you guys were up and watching the NBA All-Star game last night. 211 to 186.
It was a defensive struggle, Bulldog.
Yeah, right. Defensive struggle. Most points ever scored in an All-Star game. It's funny because the commissioner, Adam Silver, was adamant that this game needed to start being more competitive. The players needed to start caring more and playing defense. Well, that didn't happen. 211 to 186. Damian Lillard was the MVP. He scored 39. So it was the most points ever scored in an All-Star game. 211 most by any team in an All-Star game. All-Star game record, 42 three-pointers made. How about this one? Karl Anthony Towns of the West squad scored 31 points in the fourth quarter. All right? So, yeah, this was a joke. In fact, I'll say this. The Pro Bowl flag football game is more fun to watch than the NBA All-Star game. Okay?
I told Pat at the end of the day, though, whoever had that NBA All-Star game, at least for their city, it was good because it brought in money just like Pro Bowl does for us.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I hope you had, if you were betting on that, I hope you had the over. Right. By the way, speaking of NBA All-Star Weekend, obviously Paolo Banchero played in the All-Star game last night. Didn't do a whole lot on the stat sheet, although he did have a game-high 9 rebounds. Not much rebounding going on in the game last night, but he had a game-high 9 rebounds. The big star for the Magic of All-Star Weekend, the great Mac McClung of the Osceola Magic of their G League team, all right? Yeah. He won the dunk contest for the second straight year. So, Mac McClung, remember that name. Maybe he needs to be promoted up to the big squad. He's been playing in Osceola, I think, for the last couple of years. So,
yeah, have him come over and start throwing it down at the Kia Center, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think he's averaging like 23 points per game for the G League team. Maybe they need to bring him up to the big squad.
How about him bringing Shaq in as a prop?
Yeah, he jumped over Shaq for his winning dunk, by the way. Yeah. Unbelievable. So, yeah, Mac McClung. What else happened in the world of sports over the weekend? By the way, MLS season is opening this week, probably with replacement referees.
I saw the refs are striking, huh?
The refs are striking. As if MLS refs aren't bad enough, now we're going to have replacement refs for the MLS season opening games. Hideki Matsuyama wins the Genesis Invitational Tiger Woods tournament over the weekend. Did you see what he did? Final round, 9 under 62 he shoots. He comes from behind and wins the tournament. First Asian player to ever win that tournament. Again, 9 under 62. That tied a 62-year record for the lowest final round shot by a tournament winner. Tiger had to withdraw on, was it Saturday? No, he had to withdraw on Friday.
Yeah.
Because he had some flu-like symptoms. It looked like he wasn't going to make the cut anyway. He was 2 over at the time. The cut ended up being 1 over. So Tiger had to withdraw from the tournament. Did you see Jordan Spieth, what he did? Jordan Spieth. He was one of the early round leaders. Well, on Friday he signed a wrong scorecard, put himself down.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Put himself down for a par instead of a bogey, so he ended up being disqualified from the tournament.
Wow. Hey, how about the points for the Philadelphia Flyers and the way they arrived at their Stadium Series game on Saturday?
Lynch was loving that. He sent me the video of the Flyers all showing up in Rocky Balboa sweatsuits with their high top Converse All Stars on. Yeah.
Then they went out and lost to the Devils. But hey, okay, A for effort there.
Hey, how about a game ball for the USF basketball team? They beat 23rd ranked Florida Atlantic yesterday. They've won 11 in a row now at UCF. They might actually make the NCAA tournament.
USF.
Wait, USF or UCF?
No, USF.
Okay.
Yeah, USF. They've been terrible in basketball for years, but they're having like a breakout season this year. UCF lost to Cincinnati in a close game over the weekend, 76-74. It looks like they are not going to make the NCAA tournament. They got off to a good start, but they sort of faded over the last few games.
Was there something big with the Buckeyes and Purdue?
They beat Purdue.
Yeah.
Purdue was number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for golf to come on.
Yeah. Purdue was, Ohio State just fired its coach, and their interim coach ends up beating Purdue over the weekend.
All right, Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, host of Open Mic over on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game, takes time out of his busy schedule to host the sports page here on JRR, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys.
That's right. Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday morning, 7:30 on FM 96.9 The Game. Catch extended versions of Under Oath by searching for Under Oath with Jeff Kaufman on your favorite streaming platform. Oh, oh.
On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.